Hey guys, it's Michael. I have a quick update for you on the second round of stimulus checks. Economists and financial analysts all over the country have been talking about how we need to see a monthly stimulus check. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what they said and what this means for a monthly $2,000 per month stimulus check. But before we dive into it, I want to let you guys know that I'm announcing the giveaway winner for the free stock at the end of today's video. So make sure to stick around for that if you entered the giveaway. But if you didn't, you could still go ahead and get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400. All you need to do is download the Webull investing app using the link down below. So let's get right into it. And before we get into specifically what these economists and financial analysts are saying, which signals how we need to see a monthly stimulus check, I first want to go over exactly what is going on to give us some background on the whole situation. So right now, the $1,200 stimulus check, which is part of the CARES Act, is long gone for most Americans. Most Americans, if they received it, then it's already been spent, already used towards rent and food expenses. Some people have not even received it yet, but they are still being sent out. After a majority of the first round of stimulus checks were sent out, the House Democrats proposed and passed the $3 trillion HEROES Act. And in this bill, it says that Americans should receive a one-time $1,200 stimulus check, and it corrects some of the issues in the CARES Act, the first round of stimulus payments. However, when they passed this, Donald Trump said it was dead on arrival, and the Republicans in the Senate said that they were going to be taking a pause and they would not pass a new bill anytime soon. However, as of recently, Donald Trump said that he will be getting more money into the hands of Americans, and the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, and Republicans in the Senate, they say that they're currently working on a new stimulus bill. They're not going to pass the HEROES Act, but they're working on a new stimulus bill that is less than $1 trillion total, and it is narrowly focused on providing direct stimulus payments to Americans, to people who need the money. That is what Mitch McConnell said and what is currently going on in the Senate. So as of right now, all three groups, the House Democrats, the Republicans in the Senate, and Donald Trump, all are for more direct stimulus payments. At this point, they are just concerned about spending the money wisely and making sure it goes to the right place. Right now, according to Mitch McConnell, we know that a second stimulus bill will be passed. It should be passed in late June or early July, so I'll keep you updated on that. But with the basic information covered and that brief recap, let's get into the new information and strong signals for a monthly stimulus check. So according to Adam Mitchell, who is a senior policy analyst at the Heritage Foundation, he said that I think many Republicans are realizing that stimulus checks are poorly targeted and not stimulative. He explains how the checks have been going to people who are still employed and who don't need the money. And he says that it's not targeted enough, and simply all it's doing is add steam to the economy, just adding more money to the economy when it's not really targeted to the right people. He then goes on to explain how in the first stimulus package, there seemed to be a willingness to try just about anything at any cost. He said now that the initial frenzy has passed and the economy is slowly starting to open back up, those initial ideas are being refined and thought through more clearly. He's saying that now in the second stimulus package, it needs to be more targeted, more designed to help people who actually need the money. Because in the first stimulus package, he said thousands of people were given money who didn't need the money at all, who still had jobs, and who simply didn't need the money. You may be thinking that what he said doesn't directly relate to a monthly stimulus check, and you're right, but we're going to get into that. So according to Larry Harris, who is a finance professor at the University of Southern California Marshall School of Business, he said that stimulus checks will be increasingly attractive to politicians when it becomes apparent that many unemployed people will be losing their homes or going hungry if they do not get direct relief. So this is where the monthly stimulus checks come into place. Because according to his quote, he says that as people start losing their homes and as unemployment basically continues to rise and people don't have enough money to pay for a roof over their head, to pay for food, well then politicians are going to realize that we need to get more money into the hands of Americans with direct stimulus payments. And this is where it actually signals towards monthly stimulus checks. With over 40 million people who have filed for unemployment benefits since the start of the pandemic and the unemployment rate currently at 14.7%. In addition to this, the May unemployment and jobs report coming out this Friday in a couple of days is projected to have unemployment rates between 20 and 25%. And in addition to this, the Federal Reserve estimated that the unemployment rate could end up at 30% by the time the pandemic and the virus is over. So with all of this data in mind, let's go back to the quote that Larry Harris said. So going over this again, he says that stimulus checks will be increasingly attractive to politicians when it becomes apparent that many unemployed people will be losing their houses or going hungry if they do not get direct relief. So according to this, and looking at the data that we just went over with unemployment, as you can see, unemployment is still increasing. More and more people are filing for unemployment every single week. The unemployment rate right now is 14.7%, but according to the Federal Reserve, it could be as high as 30% by the time everything starts to get better with the pandemic. So looking at all of that, it becomes quite apparent that a second round of stimulus checks is absolutely necessary, and even a monthly stimulus check may be in the works. And because this is an election year, that helps even more with a monthly stimulus check, because if unemployment keeps increasing, more and more people are unemployed, and these people aren't going to be able to get their jobs back so quickly once businesses start to reopen. This means that the government will be more likely to pass a more drastic measure, because in order for them to keep their positions, they're going to have to do something in order to give more direct support for Americans. Otherwise, they know that people are not going to vote them back in. If the president doesn't pass another stimulus bill, if senators and House representatives don't pass another stimulus bill, it's less likely that they will be voted back, because a lot of people have been focusing on getting more direct stimulus payments. So as things get worse with unemployment, it'll just be more likely that they will have to start to consider a monthly stimulus check. A lot of people have been talking about how we may not receive any stimulus check at all. However, this doesn't seem like the case. According to what Mitch McConnell has been saying, he says that we're definitely going to have a second stimulus check. So as this month progresses and the Republicans in the Senate continue to debate a second stimulus package, it's going to be more likely that we're going to have to see more drastic measures in this stimulus package, because only if unemployment rates keep increasing. If we see unemployment start to decrease and more jobs are returning, well, then it's not going to be as likely. However, according to these analysts and economists, if the numbers and unemployment rates continue to get worse, or if they simply stay where they are now, they're not at good rates right now. So we need to see them get better, and if they get worse, it's more likely that we're going to see a drastic measure with a second stimulus check. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's what's going on with a second stimulus package, and we're really just waiting to look at the unemployment numbers and continue to watch how these progress. So now let's get into the giveaway winners. But before we get into that, just remember that if you don't win the giveaway, you can still get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you sign up for the Webull investing app. So anyways, the winner of the $50 free stock giveaway is this person right here, Steven Jacobs. Congratulations. I'm going to be sending you a message, and just make sure to respond so you could get your free stock. If you guys would like more free giveaways in the future, please be sure to comment down below that you'd like more free giveaways. Anyways, don't forget to sign up for the Robinhood investing app and get 1 free stock. Sign up for Webull and get 2 free stocks. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.